Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to make some homemade elderberry syrup. And I use, these are dried European berries. So you want 2/3 of a cup of dried berries. And you want about 3 cups of water, which I already poured. And you're going to have about a cup of raw honey. Now this is local raw honey. So I'm going to add the water, which I already had this on medium heat for a couple minutes. And then we're going to add these berries, and we're going to have these, you want to constantly stir them. We're going to have these guys on here for about, depending on your stove, your heat, ½ hour to 45 minutes. Let's turn up the heat a little bit. Now, I constantly stir them. I kind of just hang out here in the kitchen. You don't want them to burn or anything because you're going to lose a lot of this water. So anyways, I'm going to stir this and I will come back to you guys. So this is 10 minutes in. As you can hear, my timer's just going off. This is what you'll get, and it's not real thick or anything. And what I start to doing after 10 to 15 minutes, I start mashing it. Alright, so this is 20 minutes in. This is the consistency you'll get. And you want to start mashing them about the rest of the time. Now we got like 15 more minutes. And then you want this to cool down for about 10, about room temperature or so. And you're going to strain it. Now I strain it with this, and then I use this to mash it even more to get more juice out. And once you get all that elderberry juice, you're going to add the honey. So I'm going to keep stirring this and I'll come back. Alright, so this is a ½ hour in. These last 5 minutes, I'm just going to keep mashing this. As you can see, most of this water has evaporated. You just want to keep on mashing, get the last of those juices out. Turn the burner off. Alright, so 5 minutes, mash them, and then we're going to strain them, and we'll add the honey. Alright, so I've mashed this the last 5 minutes, and it's also cooled down a little bit. I'm going to strain this. Of course, I only have one hand, but you want this to strain, and then I also mash it, but as you can see, most of the berries are already mashed pretty good. It's going to take a little bit for it to get down, and once this cools down, we're going to add a cup of the raw honey, which is pretty much this whole jar. And everything you use, you need to make sure is, really, really clean. The jars that I use are old honey jars. This is my old one, as you can see. I'm pretty low. So what size is this? This is 16 ounces. So I usually fill up about 2 16-ounce jars, and then about an 8-ounce jar. I guess that would be about half that. So I'm going to mash this and strain it, and we will add the honey. To show you, if you do decide to strain it, this is what I use, and I just keep mashing it, and the rest of those elderberry juices come out. But you really don't need to mash it. I don't really like wasting things, so I want to get the last of all those juices, but it is mashed pretty good. You can see it's just pretty much the seed, like the pulp. But alright, I'm going to keep doing the results from our elderberries. And it's room temperature now, so we're going to add this honey. As you can see, there's pretty much really nothing left in that jar. I'll just stir this in, make sure it's nicely blended, and you want this to be room temperature. You don't want it to be like scalding hot. I have my little helpers here. Alright. That's about good. You can see it's more like a syrup now. Much thicker than when we started. Alright, so I'm going to get the last of that honey out. And I'll put it in our jars and show you our ending result. Our finished product. So for preventative, for kids, you want to take half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon a day, and for adults would be half a tablespoon or 1 tablespoon a day. Now, if you're sick, you're going to do the normal dose, but 2 to 3 times a day. And of course, I normally have labels, and I decide to make a video and I run out of labels. Now, before I put this in the jar, I strained it one last time because you don't want any seeds. This pulp seed mixture, I usually just compost. You don't want to eat that. The seeds are actually slightly toxic. They will make you nauseous. So, yeah, I strained it one last time just to get all the seeds out. And, yeah, this is a great immune system booster and really keeps us healthy. So, these jars will last about 3 months in the fridge. And, yeah, enjoy.